the last light of the Roman Republic. The summer sun burned above the hills of Latium, casting long shadows over the bustling metropolis of Rome. By the year 63 BCE, the Republic had already stood for nearly 5 centuries, and yet, to anyone walking through its crowded streets, the city felt like a creature alive, growing, groaning, and dangerously close to tearing itself apart. Marcus Tullius Cicero, the newly elected consul, knew this better than most. Every morning, as he stepped out of his domus on the Palatine Hill and gazed toward the Forum Romanum, he could sense the tension in the air, tension born from ambition, corruption, poverty, and the unstoppable hunger for power that had begun to consume Rome from within. The city of marble and fire, Rome, was magnificent. Its temples glistened with white marble, its senators draped themselves in the finest purple, bordered togas, its generals returned from wars in Gaul, Greece, Africa, and Asia with treasures that dazzled the crowds. But behind this splendor lurked the truth. Most Romans lived in towering, unstable, insulae crowded tenement buildings where fires spread quickly and clean water was scarce. The gap between rich and poor had widened dangerously. Veteran soldiers returned from foreign campaigns only to find their farmland stolen or destroyed. Thousands roamed the streets, hungry, angry, and desperate. Some looked for a leader, a man bold enough to challenge the Senate and promise them a new order. That man would soon emerge. His name was Lucius Sergius Catilina, known today as Catiline. The conspiracy takes root. Catiline had once been known for bravery on the battlefield, but now he was known for something else: ambition without limits. He had run for consul several times and failed. Each defeat made him more determined, more reckless. In the dimly lit rooms of Rome's taverns and back alleys, Catiline gathered supporters, disgruntled veterans, bankrupt nobles, and young men excited by dreams of glory and revenge. They spoke in whispers of burning the city, eliminating their enemies, and seizing power by force. But the conspiracy was larger than anyone suspected. Letters were being sent across Italy to rally armed followers. Weapons were being smuggled into the city, and rumors reached the ears of one man who paid attention to everything: Cicero. Cicero's warning. One chilly morning in November, Cicero stood before the Senate inside the temple of Jupiter Stator. The senators murmured among themselves, irritated yet curious, as Cicero called for silence. At last he spoke, his voice echoing through the hall. "How long, Catiline, will you abuse our patience?" Catiline sat among the senators, his eyes cold, his jaw clenched. Cicero accused him publicly of plotting to overthrow the Republic. Shock rippled through the assembly. Catiline denied everything, of course, but few believed him. That night, Catiline fled Rome to join his armed followers in Etruria. The civil war had begun. The storm breaks. The winter of 63 BCE was brutal. Across the countryside, Catiline's rebel forces fortified their camps while Cicero worked tirelessly to defend the city. He intercepted letters, bribed informants, and even caught conspirators carrying signed documents pledging support to Catiline. Cicero's most dangerous discovery came from an unexpected source: the ambassadors of the Allobroge, a Gallic tribe. They revealed that Catiline's men were asking for foreign military aid. The Senate was horrified. On December 5, Cicero convened a final, decisive meeting. The captured conspirators were condemned to death without trial, an unprecedented act that would later haunt him. By nightfall, 5 of Catiline's key allies were executed in the Tullianum prison. Rome was saved, at least for the moment, but Catiline himself still lived. The Battle of Pistoria. Early the next year, in January 62 BCE, the hills near Pistoria were covered with frost. Catiline's army, half-starved, outnumbered, and exhausted, faced the legions of the Republic. Catiline stood at the front, armor shining, sword raised high. When the battle began, he charged with the fury of a man who had nothing left to lose. His rebels fought with desperate courage, but discipline and numbers soon overwhelmed them. One by one, Catiline's men fell around him. In the end, he was found lying among the bodies of his soldiers, still facing the enemy, pierced by many wounds. Even his enemies admitted his bravery. With his death, the conspiracy ended. The Republic had survived, but its days of peace were numbered. Caesar rises. The Catiline conspiracy left scars on Rome. Many questioned Cicero's actions. Some accused him of overstepping his authority. Meanwhile, another figure quietly gained power: Gaius Julius Caesar. Unlike Catiline, Caesar understood patience. He watched, waited, and built alliances, most importantly with Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, Pompey the Great, Rome's greatest general, and Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of the richest men in the Republic. Their alliance, known later as the First Triumvirate, would reshape the Roman world. As Caesar marched into Gaul, conquering tribe after tribe, wealth and glory flooded Rome. His military achievements stunned the world. But with every victory, he grew more powerful, and the Senate grew more afraid. By 49 BCE, fear turned to crisis. Ordered to disband his army, Caesar instead crossed the Rubicon, a small river marking the boundary between his province and Italy. His famous words, "Alea iacta est," the die is cast, signaled the beginning of a new civil war. The Republic falls. The war between Caesar and Pompey tore Italy apart. Battles erupted from Greece to Egypt, from Africa to Spain. Eventually, Pompey was defeated and assassinated. Caesar returned to Rome as the sole ruler of the Republic, but the fragile peace did not last. On the Ides of March in 44 BCE, Caesar walked into the theater of Pompey for a Senate meeting. He was met by a group of senators who believed they were saving the Republic. Among them was Marcus Junius Brutus, whom Caesar trusted. As Caesar approached the Curia, daggers flashed. Blow after blow struck him. According to historical accounts, when he saw Brutus among the attackers, he covered his face with his toga, accepting his fate. Caesar's death plunged Rome into chaos once more. The birth of an empire. The next struggle was between Caesar's adopted son Octavian and his former ally Mark Antony. Their rivalry shaped the final chapter of the Republic. At the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE, Octavian's forces defeated Antony and Cleopatra. 2 years later, Octavian became Augustus, the first Roman emperor. The Republic was gone, replaced by an empire that would span 3 continents and shape the world for centuries. Eternal Rome under Augustus and the emperors who followed, Rome reached the height of its power. The city became a wonder of the ancient world, its roads stretching thousands of miles, its aqueducts supplying clean water, its legions guarding borders from Britain to Mesopotamia. Yet the same tensions that doomed the Republic, ambition, inequality, political corruption, never truly vanished. Rome's story is thrilling not only because of its victories and conquests, but because it is the story of human ambition itself, brilliant, destructive, and always reaching higher. Even as centuries passed, Rome remained what it had always been, a city of marble and fire, glory and betrayal, wisdom and violence. A city that rose, fell, and shaped the world forever. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated. See you next time!